Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News with the Sentinel. I am Moinitham. Let me run you through the top stories in today morning's The Sentinel. First up is an exclusive from The Sentinel. Fate of 94 public welfare projects are hanging in the balance even after the Assam government spent taxpayers' money to the tune of 586 crore rupees during the last 10 years. Among the incomplete projects are 37 in the PWD, followed by 36 in the Irrigation Department and 21 projects in the Water Resources Department. The original estimated cost of all these projects was 872 crore rupees. The progress of execution of the projects is in between 25 to 60%. Even though the estimated costs and deadlines for completion of these projects were revised on several occasions, the fate of the projects are hanging in balance. It's in the lurch at this point of time. Execution of the projects was carried out between 2011-2012 and 2018-19. The Comptroller and Auditor General of India, in its report that ended on March 2019, found the execution status of these 94 projects through sample check survey. It has asked the state government to immediately take effective steps to complete the projects without any further delay to avoid further cost and time overrun. That is an exclusive from the Sentinel. Yesterday, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh had made a statement in Parliament about the India-China border row, and he had said that China is in illegal occupation of 38,000 square kilometer of Indian land, and it considers another 90,000 square kilometer as its own. Union Defense Minister Rajnath Singh said in Parliament on Tuesday, adding that the line of actual control is not clearly delineated. The Defense Minister said that China has tried to disrupt the ground situation in May and June, and it led to India's response. Here is what the Defense Minister said in the floor of the House yesterday. We have told China that such incidents won't be acceptable to us. Of course, he went on to say that the Parliament should have faith on the Indian Army and India is prepared to handle any kind of situation. And he had actually sought the support of the whole of Parliament across party lines on this particular issue. Now, moving on to other news from the state of Assam. First, of course, it is the Health Ministry, the Union Health Ministry, clarifying the air about the availability of oxygen, because there has been a lot of media reports, a lot of concern amongst the doctors, the medical fraternity as well, about the availability of oxygen as COVID numbers continue to rise across India. India is almost recording almost 1 lakh new cases every day. The exact number is around 97,000 every day. That is the kind of increase that we are witnessing as far as the COVID cases are concerned. Of course, we have been highlighting how Assam and Guwahati also has been witnessing a spike in the number of cases. The Assam Health Minister has already mentioned that the state is seeing on an average at least 2,500 cases daily, and the pressure building up on the health infrastructure, be it the ICU beds and also on oxygen availability. Now, the Health Ministry has clarified that there is no dearth of medical oxygen in the country in wake of reports about its scarcity, and in fact, there is a surplus of thousands of metric tons. Medical oxygen is used for oxygen therapy in hospitals, and it is considered on par with a drug or a pharmaceutical product. According to the ministry, over 6% of coronavirus patients currently require oxygen. As many as 3.69% are on oxygen support. 2.17% were on ICU beds with oxygen. Another 0.36% were on ventilator support with oxygen. In fact, the Health Secretary, Rajesh Bhushan, was addressing a press conference, and he said that at the national level, there is absolutely no shortage of oxygen. In fact, there is a surplus of 1,900 metric tons. The problem happens when at the facility level, you do not have inventory management. So the Union Health Ministry clarifying, saying that there's enough oxygen available in the country in case of any kind of crisis situation, and the health department, in fact, is well prepared to handle any situation arising out of further rise in COVID cases. Now, moving back to the state, cornea transplantation as well as retrieval in Assam has been hit due to COVID-19 pandemic, with some hospitals stopping such procedures while many others reducing such operations over fears of infection. The development has raised the chances of more blindness cases in the state. Cornea is the clear dome-shaped surface covering the iris that helps protect the eyes from dust, germs, and foreign particles. A corneal transplant, or keratoplasty, is a surgical procedure that replaces a damaged or diseased cornea with healthy tissue from a donor. After cataract, corneal blindness is the most common form of blindness in the country. Meanwhile, the number of positive cases in Assam stands at 1,46,575. The number of active cases are at 29,180. Discharged patients number stands at 1,16,900, and 492 people have died so far due to COVID. Meanwhile, altogether 930 people have donated plasma till September 14. They have recovered, and these are all symptomatic COVID persons who have donated plasma, and the total number there standing at 930 till September 14. So let's move on to news from the other northeastern states. In Meghalaya, the corona situation, 29 deaths, one more person died in the last 24 hours. The number of active cases at 1,818 after 172 new cases were reported. The total number of recoveries in the state stands at 2,190. Now, that is the update from Meghalaya as far as coronavirus is concerned. Arunachal Pradesh, the tally has gone up to 6,298. Active cases are at 1,756. Number of new patients, 176. The recovery rate has improved to 71.95%. Death toll stands at 11. Now, that's the corona update. Of course, we had reported yesterday that Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu had tested positive for COVID. In fact, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma and Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tensang also had gone in for their test because they have been traveling of late. And thankfully, both Chief Minister of Meghalaya as well as Deputy Chief Minister of Meghalaya tested negative, while Power Minister and elder brother of Conrad Sangma, James Sangma, had earlier tested positive for COVID, and now Pema Khandu, Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister, testing positive for COVID yesterday. In Arunachal Pradesh, there has been an eviction drive. It was carried out to clear encroachers under the premises of 4th IRBN headquarters. It's near Itanagar. Speaking to the media, Additional District Magistrate Talo Potom said that the eviction drive was carried out as per the directions of the court. He said that more than 200 illegal encroachments have been recorded inside the jurisdiction of the campus, which has 340 acres of land. Potom said besides the eviction drive undertaken with officials of Land and Revenue Department and police, they have also demarcated the boundaries, and the departments have been accordingly informed. Staying on with news from Arunachal Pradesh, the Arunachal Volunteers Sena has criticized the Lower Subansiri District Administration for alleged illegal appointment of persons to the posts of UDC, LDC, and MTS without following the recruitment rules. Addressing the media in Itanagar, the representatives of Arunachal Volunteers Sena and the president was also there at the press conference. President Tanya June alleged that the Office of Deputy Commissioner 0 illegally appointing 1 UDC, 4 LDCs and 6 peons without conducting any interview and without floating any advertisement in the local newspapers. In the year between 2018 and 2020, the entire 11 staff appointed in various posts were done internally on the basis of favoritism and is absolutely unofficial. That is what the Arunachal Volunteers Sena president said addressing the press conference in Itanagar. So these are some of the top stories in today morning's The Sentinel. Of course, news and updates continue. Do log in to sentinelassam.com for all the latest news and updates. We will continue to update you on the proceedings during the day in Parliament. The Parliament is in session and today is day 3 of the monsoon session of Parliament. We will continue to bring you all the updates from inside the Parliament and also continue to keep you updated about the news and events happening across the region, the nation and the world. Also find us on social platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Our videos are also available across the social media platforms. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Till we meet again. Take care. Goodbye.